Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and we are here to do another live watch for I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. As you could see, this is the double feature, which is the only reason why I own this piece of shit movie. Here you go. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Doot. And this came out just 1 year after the original classic. We are going to press play if you guys want to watch along. We have subtitles on, FBI warning, so that you know timestamp wise where we are. I think it's about to start. Another warning. Fucking hell, man. Okay, we get it. You don't want us to fucking copy this shit, even though people do it all the time. Alright, and now, here we go. We got the... What is this, Columbia? This is a Columbia movie? I was surprised to see that Sony, that label was before the new I Know You Did Last Summer. Yes, I have seen the new I Know You Did Last Summer movie. The review is up on the channel. But this is the first time I'm watching this movie after watching the new movie. So that should be interesting. And there is the trusted tiger of this Mandalay random. So yeah, I mentioned earlier that this is a piece of shit movie. Look, I know that there are fans of I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I know that there are people who love the fuck out of this movie. There are people who... You're hearing dialogue from the first film. Probably the best part of the movie is you can hear Sarah Michelle Gellar screaming. She really did have a great scream, man. Great scream for a slasher. Yeah, they rushed this out, dude. 1 year later. When you hear how long it takes for some movies to get made, how hard it is to crack scripts, how hard it is to shoot schedule-wise or production-wise, or if you think about a horror movie with practical effects and trying to come up with cool kills, awesome set pieces, like how do you turn this around in a year without it being lazy, without it being forced, without it being just thrown together? Now, I know people enjoy this movie. I saw that there are people who, in their letterbox ranking, whatever, of the franchise, they had this movie above the original. And I know opinions are biased. I know opinions are case by case. Not everyone's gonna think like me, but I don't understand how you can watch the first film and then this movie and like this one more. I really don't. But whatever. Maybe they're all Brandy fans. I don't know. Okay, we have Julie James in a Catholic church, I guess. She's at a confessional. I mean, you can already tell that that actor playing the priest is the actor that plays the killer. What about Ray? It's also funny with the new movie coming out. It's actually refreshing to see the discussion once again 25 plus years later of how many people saying Sarah Michelle Gellar should have survived the original movie. I concur. I'm not saying kill off Jennifer Love Hewitt. They both could have survived. But yeah, Helen was great. You know? There he is. And Jennifer Love Hewitt, one hell of a screamer. I will give her that. One hell of a screamer. Oh, don't worry, I'm not going to make any weird puns with that or suggestive as far as her screaming goes, but And look at this motherfucker chasing after her like the thirsty motherfucker that he is. Will. Will Benson, everybody. Oh, I can't wait till we get to that part. Will Benson. Ben's son? Oh, fucking hell. She's back to being close to failing. Look, I know that this was a big part of her character in the last movie. That, she was really fucked up a year after the initial accident. So I don't mind her still being fucked up because now it's the anniversary. But I did like the one scene that you get of her at the end of the last movie where she's actually finally happy and actually doing well in school and, you know, having a good relationship with Ray, like everything's going well. I kind of wish we started her off like that here instead of her being fucked up already. Her touching his face. What? What do you mean you're good to me? You have a boyfriend. Fuck. Julie and Ray are both unlikable in this movie, which is like, oh, Ray. I hope you didn't see me fucking caressing Will's face. Who is that guy? He's a friend. You'd like him. This is like past trauma of past relationships. Whenever a girl tells you, oh, he's just a friend, you would like him. Fuck off with that shit. Now, I'm not saying that guys and girls can't be just friends. I'm not saying a girl who has a boyfriend can't have guy friends. But I'm saying it's perfectly logical for Ray to question the intentions of Will. Will makes it very apparent and obvious that he does like Julie. And the fact that Julie is acting like that's non-existent. So this is what makes me dude. This is what makes Ray unlikable. So he came there and he wanted to ask Julie to come back to Southport with him to spend the 4th of July. Reasonable that he wants her to come back. Cool. She perfectly logically explains that, like, I can't go back there. That's where everything happened. I'm scared. Like, how about you just come up here and spend the weekend with me? And he gets mad and says, no, you just don't want to spend time with me. Huh? She just offered for you to spend time there, motherfucker. This is probably why Julie is even entertaining this Will Benson dude in the first place, is because Ray is so emotionally immature. And granted, maybe I cut Ray some slack because, there's a picture of Helen. I do like the acknowledgement of Helen. She doesn't have any pictures of Barry. She's like, fuck that dude. He was a dick. But yes, I get it. When I was younger, I was very immature when it comes to relationships. I wasn't always the most emotionally stable person. I may have overreacted when it came to whether it was jealousy or whether it was just making it all about me. Like, we've all been there, right? But still, it's like you don't want to see two people who you liked from the first movie, and that it's like they finally got back together, right, after all the bullshit that they had to go through, only for them to be horrible together, only for them to be toxic. It reminds me of Peter Parker and Mary Jane from Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, where it's like we spent all this time trying to get them together, and now that they're together, they suck as a couple. It didn't take long for it to be dark and for Jennifer Love Hewitt to be scared and by herself. Who wrote the script to this movie? It definitely wasn't Kevin Williamson. It was. Well, Danny Cannon directed it. Written by Trey Calloway. Yeah, good fucking job, Trey Calloway. The studio hands you a sequel to a huge hit, and this is the bullshit you wrote. Ain't that about a bitch? Clearly, this is not the sequel that I would have written. But whatever. Go! Carla, aka Brandy. What's wrong with... Okay. Now, this is why I don't like Brandy's character, Carla. So, she's supposed to be her friend, her roommate, whatever. Not the same roommate from the first movie that was also black with braids. Right? No. I guess it's a different character. And, Brandy knows that Julie has a boyfriend. And her advice is, oh, well, he's so Ray. And he lives in Southport. But Will is here. What? Just very much annoyed me that she was trying to break them up or trying to get Julie to cheat on Ray or whatever the fuck. Maybe if she said you should just break up with Ray, it's clearly not working. He clearly has issues, or he's clearly jealous, or he can't handle the distance. Like, don't make it sound like it's just cheat. Don't make it sound like it's just who cares that you have a boyfriend? Have her be a good friend and say that you deserve better. I don't know. Mekhi Phifer, who was in so many movies back in the day, he still pops up in things once in a while. And what's weird is that he was always bald for so many years when I was younger, and then he just like started growing his hair out. So I was like, oh, like he has hair, or he can grow hair. He just chose to be bald all those years. I don't know why that. I find that interesting. Oh, Will is here. And Will is so goofy. Like, what I also don't understand is that Carla wants her to get with Will. She claims that Ray is so ill, right? How is Will any better? How is he not more dorky? How is he not more corny? How is he better for Julie? If her whole thing is that Ray is just a good guy and he's boring, like what? I could see if Will was like a Jerry O'Connell type from Scream 2, Sydney's college boyfriend. Oh, was that the fisherman in the nightclub? I always found this scene so goofy as well. Holy shit. Like, we are not far into this movie. I remember the first time watching this and being like, man, we're in trouble. And mind you, I was like 10 years old when I saw this. And I already knew, like, I don't like this as much as the first one. Because either Julie is hallucinating that the killer is there, or the killer really is there and he somehow got into this nightclub in whatever college town that they're in. There he is. He's behind her. It's like we're only doing this to try to create tension and scares, which it's not scary. And we're foregoing logic. We're foregoing any. Like, did he just teleport? Is he Jason Voorhees? She shouldn't even be there, to be honest with you. See, they went to the nightclub just for that one fucking scare. Complete pointlessness. God damn it. I'd much rather be seeing her and Ray as a couple. I'd rather Ray had stayed there and maybe even if Ray went with her to the club and Ray didn't really want to be there and then it turned into a fight, an argument, you know? And that's why Ray leaves. You know, I'm not saying that's perfect, but it's better than what they did. Yeah, I always heard you're not supposed to put your shoes in the dryer. $3 months. Ain't that about a bitch? Oh. Remember when radio stations used to do shit like this? Yeah, they definitely don't do shit like this anymore. At least I don't think they do shit like this anymore. Radio stations doing call giveaways. It's mostly online shit now, right? So the question was, what's the capital of Brazil? And they said Rio de Janeiro, which is not the correct answer. Obviously, as a kid, I didn't know that. Obviously, when I first saw this, I didn't know that. But the older I got, that's when I was like, oh, it's Brasilia. I wonder how many people watching this back in '98 knew that that wasn't the right answer. Hey, we got. Is this Jennifer Love Hewitt's hit song, How Do I Deal With You? Remember when Jennifer Love Hewitt was doing a singing career for like a year? Was it even a year? She put out the one single, and she wasn't terrible. Like, if that song comes out today, and it sounds the same exact way, it's probably a bigger hit. Back then, though, '98, you had too much fucking competition, too much like actual. Late '90s, you're trying to compete with what? Fucking Spice Girls, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Destiny's Child, fucking Lauryn Hill, Mary J. Blige. Holy fuck, right? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Julie is asking Ray to go to the Bahamas with them. And he's mad. What? So she asked him. I don't understand. What? Okay, so she asked Ray to go to the Bahamas for free. He gets mad that she's going to the Bahamas and not coming back to Southport. And she clearly says, it's not you, it's Southport. It's the area, it's the environment. I don't want to go back there. And he's just so butthurt. He can't, like, this is where it's like, okay, I don't care how young and immature I was, I ain't fucking turned down the Bahamas. And okay, so his friend, his fisherman buddy here, tells him how dumb that was. He immediately goes, "Yeah, you're right. That was dumb." What? And he revealed that he had a ring. His whole thing is that he had this planned out to bring her back home, propose to her probably at some shitty small town restaurant or whatever the fuck. And because that wasn't happening, he was angry, right? But his buddy convinced him to go. So he's on his way now. Because what I always wondered is, like, obviously we know that this was all a setup to get them in the Bahamas. But how would the killer know that Ray would turn that down? That Ray would be that dumb to turn it down? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of convenience going on here. Although I guess with the fisherman here, maybe they didn't know he would turn it down. Maybe it was like, oh, well, when he drives up there, we will, like, still do what they're doing now to cut him off. But I guess logically, would Julie still leave if Ray said he was coming and then didn't just show up? She would be worried, right? So that's probably why they made Ray unlikable, is to make it make sense why Julie would still go without Ray. It's just too much. It's too much. Like, try this again. Rewrite this fucking script. This is a draft. God damn it, Ray. Take the fucking hat off. It's a dummy. It's a mannequin. Oh. Dave just got hooked in the face. Look at Freddie Prinze run. He has a goofy run. I think Ryan Phillippe had a better run in the first movie. I remember that shot being in the trailer. Ray almost getting hit by the car. Oh, and he fucking cracked his head. See, the reason why you could still get away with Ray saying he'd come and then he doesn't show up here is that you don't have cell phones. You know. And Julie's still trying to make excuses for him, which I appreciate. But Carla, I don't get the point of Carla. Like, she's not a good friend. And Will Benson is here, even though they didn't know for sure. Like, it's just, like, it's so contrived. It's so forced. It's so. Is he your friend? Carla just said Will Benson is her friend. Like, when would they ever interact as friends? Does Mekhi Phifer know anything about Ray or anything? No, I could probably not. I also, This, I admit, might be nitpicking. But why is the killer bringing them to the Bahamas just to kill them? Like, why doesn't he just go to their college area and kill them? Like, I don't understand. I mean, maybe it's because it's a secluded area, but also it's like it has to be costing the killer so much money to fly them out there, right? To fake this giveaway. I just don't. Uh, Now, I've never been to the Bahamas, but I did go to DR, and it was a very similar feeling that these characters are having, the excitedness they're having. So I can appreciate and relate to that, I guess. So there you go. They just set up the fact that this island is very remote and in solitude, far away from everything. Once again, it's like, you can still. You had him successfully going after them in that town in the first movie. You could just have him go to the fucking college town that they're in. They just wanted this to appear bigger. You know, they got the money now for the sequel. The doc guy is faking his Jamaican accent. That's hilarious. I wonder how many guys do that. We're just checking out some other chick. Like, what? Are we not supposed to react to that? Or notice that? Yeah. When the resort is that nice, it's definitely the best part. Because it's like, well, at least I know where I'm staying is this nice. No matter the activities we do, where we go, if that's not fun, oh no, Jack Black. Jack Black. How did Jack Black get into this movie, and why does he have dreadlocks? So he just sells weed on the island, I guess? Does he work there? Like, what? Like, how random is that? Uh, I, I like Jack Black, but like, I'm like, what's the purpose of that character? Yeah, where is everybody? What? Damn, bitch. The cleaning lady just like, completely ignored her. Oh! We got a doggy. How could he have a nerve to get mad when he wasn't at the desk? That's what the bell is for. Okay, hold on. Contest winner. So this guy says that the hotel manager is saying they won the contest. But isn't the contest fake? So what? See, it would have actually been interesting if, like, they say something about we won a contest, and he goes, "What contest?" And then Will says, "Oh, well, it doesn't matter because we're here and we're here to have fun." Like, have a moment where you go, "Wait, what? Why does he know about the contest when it's not real?" See, they're trying to make it more creepy about the room they're in. Who cares about the room? It should be about the details. Okay. I guess it does make sense, 4th of July week. Although you would think 4th of July weekend, that's when people would go away for vacation. So why is that their off season? I don't know. I'm not going to think too much about it because who gives a shit? No, this guy. Wait, what? That cheesy ass fucking grin, man. Um, Wait, did she just say it's okay for them to sleep in the same bed together? What the fuck? He just so okay. This cop just created this whole scenario that was not what Ray said would happen. I mean, obviously, Ben Willis got rid of the evidence, but like, and he's gone. He went out the window. How high of a floor were they up on for him to be able to just go out the window? Now, I do kind of like Ray's subplot of him having to find his way to the island on his own. The scene where he gets the gun, like all of that's kind of decent and cool. It makes Ray look like a badass type, but he technically shouldn't be in that scenario away from her in the first place. This actress, what the fuck's her name? I don't know if her name's on here. Is it Jessica Esposito or Jennifer Esposito? Whoa. She has a story. Mm. See, I like this actress, and her character is mysterious enough to where I'm interested in her backstory. But obviously, it's like the most interesting thing in the movie. We're not going to spend time with that. No, why would we? Oh, I hate Carla. I'm sorry. I know, like, if you go online, the love for this Carla character is insane. People love this character, and it's probably just because it's Brandy. And Brandy's fine. I don't dislike Brandy. I liked her music back in the day, right? But I'm just the character. The character is unlikable. The character is terrible. No? Am I crazy here? Is it me? Is she not one of the most unlikable characters? And compare her to Sarah Michelle Gellar here. Come on now. I hate karaoke. I hate it. I know I sound like a buzzkill. I mean, I'll do it if anybody else wants to do it, but like for me, it's just no, no, thank you. All right, I probably gotta be pretty drunk to do it, right? Like the way Julie's like, no, that's pretty much me. But if you get enough drinks in you, that like, they haven't even started drinking yet. They should absolutely be drunk before you even think about doing karaoke. So of course you gotta have Jennifer Love Hewitt sing, given that this is in the middle of her attempt at a singing career. So let's put her singing in the movie. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Everyone's a goddamn singer. I wonder if that was like some inside joke for because Jennifer Love Hewitt was I still know what you did last summer. See, how the fuck did you do that? And answer me this: how did Ben Willis do this if he was still in Southport killing Ray's friend? Unless that was, but it couldn't have been Will. Will was sitting there. Ben's son. Ugh. They should have a little more doubt of like, is this all in Julie's head, right? Like that'd be a little more interesting because otherwise it's like, how the fuck is most of this happening? But if you have some of it, like for example, the nightclub scene, right? They don't express enough that that was in her head, so it just looks like he was there, and that's what makes it stupid. If they gave you more, if they had a scene where Julie saw something and Carla didn't, that'd be like, oh shit, Julie's fucking crazy, or she's going crazy, or she's, you know what I mean? That'd be way more interesting. Surprise! I don't get, so like Will was trying to be romantic and trying to like hit on her. Is he gonna leave the broken glass there for her to pick up? And then also, like, this whole thing of, like, he really likes her, right? So he's been her classmate for how long? And when you get to the reveal of the movie, it's like, so was he just faking being this guy that's attracted to her and chasing her around? Like, all of that was a front? Like, it's just too much. It's too much. Because you ask too many questions, and then it doesn't make sense. It all breaks down. That's... I should be rewatching this movie and going, oh wow, look at how all of this makes sense. All of these dots are now connected. This movie's better now on rewatch, but that's not how I feel. The movie gets worse upon rewatch. I do appreciate that there is only 2 references to this movie in the new I Know What You Did Last Summer. One is a really funny joke. That, like, definitely made me laugh. Nobody else in the theater laughed. But I laughed. And then, you know, the cameo in the post-credits scene. Other than that, there's no acknowledgement of this movie, which is the best route to go. It's like, you have to recognize that this isn't a good movie and that I don't want to say a lot of people don't like it, but, like, I'm glad I didn't pretend like this was some beloved entry in the series. Again, people do love this movie. This does have its fans. People do like it more than the original. Make sense of that. How you will. Also, what I don't like about this movie, we're just like the laundry list of things. Jack Black. What? He's so goofy. Jack Black is so goofy. Why is he here? So the killer, what I liked about the fisherman in the first movie is that he only went after people who was involved in the incident or who he thought might know. Like, obviously, he didn't know for sure. He didn't know for sure whether Max knew, but Max was there. Max did drive by. Max could have seen it, so he killed him off. Helen's sister, did he kill her because she was the sister and maybe she knew, or did he kill her just because she was there? I think either way is plausible enough to make sense. You cut to this movie, because a lot of people don't die in the original movie, and I appreciate that. He kills the cop that's with Helen, but that's just because by that point he can't get to Helen without killing off the cop. Like, the cop is in his way at that point. Like, why is he killing this doc guy? Why did that guy just die? Other than we just need a bigger body count. Jack Black's reaction of like, did I just hear something? And I'm just going to smoke weed. He does remind me of a buddy of mine. Just like, he's so not serious. Just everything he does is so goofy. And I don't blame him. Honestly, if I'm Jack Black and I read this script, I'm not going to take this serious. I'm just going to be my Jack Black self. Because otherwise, why not? But yeah, so the dockhand guy gets killed for no reason. Jack Black's going to get killed for no reason. Like, these are people that have nothing to do with anything, that don't know anything about anything. I would say majority, fucking Ray's friend. I guess you could debate whether or not the fisherman thought maybe Ray told him something, but, like, that's such a fucking stretch, dude. And how convenient that Ray is calling the hotel. Which, how did he know which hotel or the number? I mean, maybe Julie told him. I don't know. Whatever. I'm nitpicking at this point, I admit. But how convenient that... I guess that's why they established that everyone at this hotel sucks. This cleaning lady, right? This maid lady sucks. She doesn't, like... She's either bad at hearing or she just ignores everything. The hotel manager is, I guess, out in the back fucking somebody fucking himself. I don't know because he's not available. Jennifer Esposito is a bitch. Bloody hands. Is that blood from the dockhand guy? Where's that blood from? She didn't notice that when she took it? Okay, and here we go. Why is he killing this lady? Oh. I do like the way how he hooks people with his hook. Like he drags them along. It you'll never top how creepy it was when he was dragging Elsa, Helen's sister in the original. But there you go. But once again, okay, the cleaning lady. Why did he kill her? Why? Why? Really, everybody from this movie. Carla doesn't know anything. Mekhi Phifer doesn't know anything. He's going through all this work for no reason. He should only be going after Ray and Julie. They're the only ones who mean anything to them. I mean, if you want to argue that he's going to go after Carla to fuck with Julie again, to kill somebody she's close to, okay, but Julie doesn't give a fuck about this maid. Okay, this is like the third time Jack Black is popping up for no reason. And the ongoing running joke that Mekhi Phifer keeps getting interrupted before he can fuck Brandy, it's like kind of funny, but it makes me question like why doesn't Brandy want to sleep with him? Like, well, like what's the blue balling for? Right? Like what? I don't want to say what are you waiting for, because that's a little too cliche, right? But okay, now they're making out. They're about to get in it, and then here comes Will Benson. He's so goofy. Like this is who Brandy thinks Julie should be with. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't. See, like, imagine if this movie was as good. Like, even Scream 2 came out 1 year after Scream 1, and even Scream 2 is better. It's not better than Scream 1, but it's a better sequel than this is. Um, so I guess you could argue that it is doable. It is possible to, like, turn out a sequel in a year and have it be good enough. Look at the Saw movies. The first few Saw movies were all 1 year later, and a decent amount of them were good. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to pay excuses to this. This is just lazy for so many reasons. Am I going to spend this whole time bashing this movie? I guess I am. I wanted to try to be fair and try to point out some things I do like. Do I like anything about this movie? let me try to be positive because I'm 49 minutes, almost 50 minutes into this, and I've been very negative. I admit that. I am conceding to the negativity. So let's try to pull back a little bit, and let's try to talk about some good. The good is Jennifer Love Hewitt. I like Jennifer Love Hewitt. Like, not the character as much, but Jennifer Love Hewitt, we are here for. We speak her name. The 90s was a great time to be a Jennifer Love Hewitt fan. Can't hardly wait I think was the same year as this. And boy, do I love her and Can't Hardly Wait. You know, what a fun movie Can't Hardly Wait was. We should do a. You guys want to see a live watch of Can't Hardly Wait? I know it's a comedy, and it's like how interesting of a watch along is comedies, but I can talk through it. I can try to make it work. So I guess you could argue that he only killed the dockhand guy just to put the body in her room and scare the shit out of her. Why is she going to Will and saying it's happening again? Will doesn't even know what's going on. What? They're trying to recreate Max's body in the trunk. They're trying to recreate that moment. But it's not nearly as effective. It's just dumber. That's how Derek spells his name? Darick? I've never seen Derek spelled like that. Wow. Yeah. Mekhi Phifer's like, what was that? Say that again? Is there like a filter over this? I don't know if they had filters like that in 98, though. You always have to have an old black guy that does voodoo in these horror movies. Because why not? What's this guy's name? Bill Cobbs? I feel like I saw him in a lot of movies back in the day, but I can't remember. Earlier, Julie mentioned that her toothbrush was missing, and he took her toothbrush. So you know what I don't get? This worked in the first movie, and this works in the Scream movies because you don't know who the killer is. The killer is a mystery. It's a masked killer. It's a surprise killer. So you create a bunch of misdirect characters that you're suspicious of so that you can try to guess who it might be, but hopefully we're all wrong and they present us with a killer that is surprising but makes sense. This movie gives you misdirect characters, gives us, there's the fisherman, it gives us characters that we're supposed to be suspicious of and wary of, even though we know who the fucking killer is. He was revealed in the first movie. It's the same fucking guy. We can clearly see his face underneath the fisherman hat. Like, it's Ben Willis. Jack Black. He just got a hook in his hand. You can see he has a white hand, by the way. Seriously, don't do that. Seriously, don't do that. It's all good. I like how like Jack Black's not even like. I'm not gonna say he's not trying. He actually is like decent, but it's like he's good at getting killed while also being so unserious and so goofy, right? Like, but once again, why did we kill Jack Black? Why? Why did the fisherman do that? Why? Why? He's selling the ring he was going to propose. And I can attest to engagement rings are not cheap. Believe you me, and you'll never get back what you initially paid for them. So, he wants a gun. I like this scene right here. So you see Ray giving up the ring. He wants the gun. And I like this moment. You sure you want to go this way? It's such a quick scene, but I do like the fact that the guy is like, you know, whatever you're about to do with this gun, right? It's a human moment that probably it's in the movie that doesn't really deserve it. Why are all four of them in the bed? I guess because Julie's all fucked up, but like it's just to have a silly moment with Will's hand on Makai's face, I guess. Why is he being a dick? I appreciate the Freddy and Jason reference. God damn, dude. I do. As much as he's a dick. The fuck is Will talking about? Yeah. So does Bill Cobbs like does he know who Will is? Because he mentioned earlier something about his father, but it was a very generic line that like you could say to anybody, like oh whatever since you were whatever with your father. Um, but given the reveal, it makes it seem like maybe he did know who he was or recognize him or what. And if like let's say hypothetically he did recognize him, why would you stay quiet? Why would you not like? I don't know. It seems like more work to do the voodoo stuff. Oh, by the way, yeah. So I was talking about the whole misdirect and suspicious characters. We already know who the killer is. We know Ben Willis. We know Muse Watson. Like we know who the fucking killer is. Why are we making Jennifer Esposito suspicious? Why are we making the hotel manager suspicious? Why are we making Bill Cobbs suspicious? Like, why? Why are we doing this? What's the point? And I don't understand Carla's plan of like, Oh, you're feeling down, Julie? Okay, well, here's a tanning bed. This will make you feel better. A tanning bed? Really? Look, I've never been tanning. Maybe there's somebody in the comments who can let me know. Does tanning make you feel better? Does tanning was this just an excuse to watch Jennifer Love Hewitt undress and be in a bathing suit? Which, in that case, I'm not complaining. You think she listens to her own music? Ever since Final Destination 3, I don't know how anybody could ever go tanning. I just don't get it. If I ever did have interest, not anymore. Although I don't really need to tan, right? I'm like naturally brown. I don't know why we're showing Brandy kickboxing, or if she doesn't, like, if she later on had a scene where she beat the shit out of the fisherman, that'd be cool. It's like, oh, she can handle herself. That's what we're setting up here, is that she can defend herself. She knows some fighting moves and stuff, but like, it doesn't do anything. Okay, we have a dryer. Why? Yeah, okay, like, why did he put the maid's body in this dryer? Like, this is clearly only here. Like, what? I don't. Like, why would he do that? Did he think Julie was going to see that? The one body that he didn't pick up and move, he just left there. So now they're seeing dead bodies. I guess now they believe Julie. And, like, I wonder. See, I know he did this in the last movie where he was fucking with them before he tried to kill them. But, like, he comes in, he zip ties the tanning bed, but he doesn't think it's going to kill her. Like, he could have just killed her. I mean, I know you could say, oh, well, he could have just killed Helen in her bed, but he cut her hair instead. But, like, I don't know what this is supposed to do. Like, does he want to fuck with her by burning her, but, like, she'll live and I'll kill her later? If this was the better movie, I probably wouldn't question this nearly as much. And why is she stuck all of a sudden now? Where did she go? Where was the door that she came in from? That wasn't the same door, was it? Anyone have scissors? How did that break the zip tie? And then we're going to find out that the hotel manager is dead, right? So we don't even see him die. But, like, why did he kill that guy? I guess just... Oh! Got... Is that a machete in his head? Radio's busted. I still know. Technically, it was 2 summers ago. But the movie's called I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. It's not called I Know What You Did 2 Summers Ago. Would that have been too dumb of a title? Like, it's more accurate. Oh, so... So they don't believe her now? Okay, can I ask a question? Why does Carla think she's Julie's best friend? Like, didn't they just they've only been roommates for like a year, right? Or something like that? Like, are they really that close? Your best friend? Look, I'm sure people become best friends or say they're best friends after like a day. Sometimes, you know? You got Ray on a Greyhound bus, and this lady is watching him take some pills. And like, is she thinking? What is she thinking? Why is she staring at him? Can I help you? Hello? What are you looking at, lady? He's clearly not a drug addict because he's like clearly injured. How did they know where his room was? See, so like we as the audience, are we supposed to think it's this black dude? Like, come on, man. It's all a waste of time. It's a complete waste of time. For me, my opinion. There's no suspense, there's no surprise, there's no misdirect. We know who the killer is. It just makes these characters feel dumb when Julie's telling them who the killer is. Was that your chain? No, see, he only took things from the three of them. He didn't take anything of Will's. Will Benson, he didn't take anything from him, so I don't understand. So he does know who Will is. He just doesn't say or do anything. Why is the globe spinning? Maybe it's windy in there. Is this when Bill Cobbs comes out of nowhere? And he should have told them right then and there who Will was. Will Benson? Brasilia. See, like, what are we supposed to be thinking here? And why didn't he say this earlier? He could have just said that to them when they first said it. Like, Why not? What? Hold on. So Ben Willis used to work at this hotel? So he's a fisherman and he used to work in the Bahamas? What? What? Who wrote this? Trey Calloway. Okay, he used to work at the Bahamas. Sure. Huh? Fucking hell, man. Oh, Freddie Prinze Jr. is in this movie, remember? Okay, this is the first time I'm having this thought. Oh, he puts the... I like how Ray's like, fuck this shit. I'm getting to this island. Um, I've never had this thought beforehand. And I don't want to feed into conspiracy theories or feed into this rumor about Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sarah Michelle Gellar not getting along or having a falling out. They were close while making the first movie, and then for whatever reason they haven't talked in all these years. Right? Like, I don't know. There's no real way to know unless one of them says something, and neither of them are saying anything. So maybe there is nothing there. But is there a reason why Freddie Prinze Jr. only has 2 scenes with Jennifer Love Hewitt in this movie that could have something to do with that? I mean, maybe not. I'm only thinking about this because of how many people are talking about so he's made Graves. Okay, so that was their very cringe attempt at recreating the "What are you waiting for" scene, and it just don't it's not it's not as good. I don't blame Jennifer Love Hewitt; she did as good of a job as she could, but like you can tell the way it's shot, the way it's forced, that they were definitely trying to do that again. I guess I'll give them credit for having her not just say "What are you waiting for" again, but maybe they should have just. But yeah, it's so funny because I don't think they realize how iconic or how memorable or how quoted that line in the first movie was going to be. What are you waiting for? There's no way they did that knowing it was going to be this huge thing. It's like the most referenced thing in the entire franchise. This is like the one nice scene that Mekhi Phifer has with Jennifer Love Hewitt because he's been a dick to her this entire time. But him looking over at her and seeing that she's kind of like, fucked up or struggling with this. We're not going anywhere. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm a little hungry. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, it's gonna be the Jennifer Esposito, right? Isn't she hiding in the cooler? You're not gonna send me to the cooler. To the mouse? Oh, her name's Nancy. Well, he's about to get to the island. Good old Ray. Crazy bitch. And there goes Mackay Pfeiffer. Like horrible CGI blood, by the way. 1998, and they're doing CGI blood like that. That looked terrible. 98, and we're doing really okay. And where was he hiding? He was like above the stove or something. Like, I think I read somewhere that Jennifer Esposito's character was supposed to live through the entire movie, and that Brandy was supposed to die. But then a producer finally spoke up and said, "Okay, we can't kill like every black character in this movie. We killed the Dockhand guy. We killed Mackay Pfeiffer. We're gonna kill Bill Cobbs. We can't also kill Brandy. We killed Jack Black, who's not black, but he's close enough. Uh, but like you know what I mean. So somebody finally realized that like we can't kill every single black person. So that's the only reason why Brandy ends up surviving this. Um, but like here's an idea: Jennifer Esposito could have still survived. Like she didn't have to die in place of Brandy. So yeah, so there you can clearly see it's Ben Willis. I guess we're supposed to be surprised about it. That's fucked up. She's never gonna make it. Let's just go. But yeah, she doesn't really give a shit about her, so that makes sense. She would say that. And don't get me wrong. I appreciate that they let Brandy live as far as like having a black character live. I'm all for that. But I wish Carla was better written. I wish I cared more about Carla as a person. Because as it stands, I just don't really like Carla. And that was super goofy. She just like fell. Like she kills herself. The fisherman's like, oh, that was easy. Well, you know what I mean, though? I guess that's why it doesn't really matter as much to me as compared to the people who love Carla so much. And they're like, oh, my favorite final girl is Brandy. I like Brandy's cool, but Carla as a character is just kind of unlikable. And she never really has a redeemable, like, it's not like she starts off unlikable and then matures, right? Um, she just ends up like somehow surviving. I do remember first time I saw this, I do remember thinking she was absolutely dying in this scene. Like there was no way. I like the score. Once again, if it was only a better movie. Definitely expected her to have like a Dewey scene. Remember when Dewey gets, well, not killed, but stabbed in front of Courtney Cox, Gail, in Scream 2, and the blood smears on the window. I definitely thought that was how she was dying, and Julie was going to have to watch her get stabbed. But no, she somehow survives. Luckily, Brandy is skinny enough to fit through that window thing. Now, this fisherman, he could have tried. He could have. I know he doesn't like to run. But, like, he could have. If he really wanted to kill her, he could have. Yeah, I mean, he's just bullshitting. Walking that goddamn slow. You have no reason to be walking that slow. You're not a zombie. Like, Jason. They do make him a zombie, though, in the I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer third. Was it direct to DVD? They made him a fucking zombie. Can you believe that shit? Or a ghost, or whatever the fuck. Whose hand is she holding? So all the dead bodies are now here? Why did he move all the bodies there? Like, why? She's having Jennifer Esposito look like she was a little questioning Will there. Okay, here's your scream moment. Like they're trying to do the "What's your favorite scary movie?" Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so it's like he was pretending to be that dorky and goofy that whole time. It's just like I. Oh, he got stabbed by Will Benson. He just fucking fell on top of her. Come on, man. What a shitty way for Jennifer Esposito to die. Okay, if you're noticing a cut, I had to delete space on my camera to continue going, but we are back, and Jennifer Esposito is about to get killed in the most lame and generic way. Like, her character started off so badass, or at least so intriguing, mysterious. There's a lot more to her, only for her to just die in the lamest way possible. It's like, come on, man. And I wonder if that was supposed to be Carla's death, or was she going to die, like I was saying, in the locked behind the door? I don't know. Okay, so here we goes. Will Benson is explaining, or he's attempting to explain. He just punched her in the gut. He called her a bitch. That's gonna leave a mark? Why did he say that? That's like a goofy line. Here we go. Benson! I like how they think that was clever. They think naming him Will Benson was like this clever thing that like we go back and rewatch and go, wow, how smart and intelligent. Who wrote this? Trey Calloway. Like, I hope you've never written another script ever. Maybe he's written something good since then. But holy fuck, Will Benson? Fucking hell, man. I do wish we got more Freddie Prinze in this. Oh my god, dude. Did he have the safety on? Fucking Ray, man. But like, did they plan to go back after Ray, or were they not going? Like, did they care about whether he died or not? It was just all about Julie. Because like he could have gone to the hospital to kill. Ray. Was that a clothesline? Yeah, Ray's getting his ass kicked. I would have shared her with you. What's he talking about? Ew. What does that mean? What are they gonna do to her? You know what's weird though is like, oh, so he's his son. The first movie they talk about how Susie was his daughter. In all of Julie and Helen's research, there was no mention of another son, of Susie having a brother. Like, oh, he just accidentally stabbed Ben's son. You killed your son. You killed Ben's son. And Julie took the safety off. Bam. 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 How many fucking shots are in that tiny gun there? She shot him like 6 or 7 times. And definitively we killed Ben Willis. He's dead, right? I mean, he could have been wearing a a vest, but judging from his facial reaction, I'm gonna say he's dead, and then hopefully he gets buried alive, and then there you go. And there's your movie. Yeah, so like I get maybe Carla was supposed to get hooked at that, or maybe she just was gonna get killed behind the locked door in front of Julie. That would have made sense. I still so maybe they should have switched it and had Jennifer Esposito's character be behind that door and have her get killed like that, because that would have been a better kill for her, a better death for her than the way she died with Bill Cobbs on top of her. There you go. Carla's alive. I think this is the only scene Brandy and Freddie Prinze have together. Let's not tell them it rained the whole time. What about your boyfriend, Carla? Your boyfriend died, Carla. Like, any reaction to that? No? All right, then. So, Julie and Ray just bought a house. Yeah, Ray was that loaded that he was able to buy a house off of a fisherman's salary? Good for him, I guess. That's a pretty fucking nice house, too. Although for 98, I bet you it was way cheaper than houses are today. Holy fuck. Our house is expensive today. It's like they really don't want you to buy a fucking house. See, this little moment of them being good, I wish we got more of that throughout the movie. You know what I mean? She has her ring, so he did propose to her. He must be loaded. The whole first movie was that Ray wasn't from a rich background, but like he just all of a sudden has a bunch of money. And he's got one of those toothbrushes that like those mechanical ones. Those are actually pretty cool. And the door is closing and locked. Window was open and we got muddy footprints. How did she not notice that? I don't even really get or understand what the purpose of this last shot is supposed to be. Like, is it supposed to be like, hey, um, Julie gets killed at the end? I mean, obviously, we know that she doesn't get killed from the new movie, but like, is it supposed to be another dream that she has? Or is it just them trying to recreate the ending of the original movie of her getting attacked in the shower? Like I don't really get it. The bear's trying to be like, he's here, trying to warn her. Well, there you go. Um, Written by Trey Calloway. I wouldn't be so proud to display that so prominently. Uh, so there you go. I still know what you did last summer. Look, I know if you're a fan of this movie, if you really enjoyed this film, If this film is something that you're like really high on, I get if you think I'm just being an asshole, if I'm being too harsh, or if I'm nitpicking, or if I'm. But I truly feel this way. Like, I'm not forcing it, I'm not faking it. I watched this movie, and these are my thoughts. You know, I really don't like this movie. I think it's a huge missed opportunity if you're going to do a sequel to have this be the sequel that you do it with. Um, yeah, it's like I don't really like a lot of things. There's a lot of things I don't like about it. You know, it's I can't even be like, well, at least it's this, this, and this. Like I like Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze Jr. coming back. Um, I like Brandy as a person, but man, like these characters are not written well. It's really the writing. The writing is the worst part of this movie. Because you could still do the dumb plot of them going to the Bahamas. You could still do a lot of things the same. But if they were more likable, I probably would forgive it way more. You know? Because, sure, the original movie does have a bunch of things that you have to sort of go along with and suspend whatever with because, you know, because it's written well, in my opinion. But, this, not so much. And I know that they had been working on trying to do a third movie with Jennifer Love Hewitt and Freddie Prinze, which I don't know what that would have been like. Like, besides the one that we got, I don't know what a third movie, like if it came out within 2 or 3 years after this, I don't know what that would have looked like. It's probably better off it didn't happen, you know? And then I'll always know what you did last summer. I mean, holy fuck. I've only seen that movie once. I probably doubt that you guys would want to see me sit through that film. If you do, let me know in the comments below. I don't want to do it, but if there's enough interest, I will put myself through it. Because I'm debating on doing a Fantastic Four live watch next, but I will definitely keep a lookout on comments or interest levels or what people are saying. Yeah, this was an experience. This is definitely a movie. Also, I'd love to know in the comments if you are somebody that loves this movie. Like, this isn't me trying to get you to change your mind or change your opinion, or I'm not trying to tell you that you're stupid for liking it. That's great if you like it. Let me know why you like it. Like, let me know what about this movie you like. Honestly, I will keep an open mind, and I'm genuinely curious as to what it is that makes you defend this movie or makes you like this movie, makes you rewatch this movie, especially if you're somebody that likes it more than the first one. Holy shit. How Do I Deal? Performed by Jennifer Love Hewitt. There it is. I guess that was on the soundtrack for this. So there you go. The credits are still going. Otherwise, I would end this because I don't really know what else to say. This movie took a lot of energy out of me, to be honest. They're playing the Jennifer Love Hewitt song. I should have known that would be in the credits. God damn. I don't hate the song. I really don't. It's just like so obvious that they're pushing her. I don't think her music's in Can't Hardly Wait, right? It's the same year. If it is, I don't remember. Any excuse to rewatch Can't Hardly Wait, I will gladly take. Alright guys, we have the Columbia Pictures logo. I think now's a good time to end the stream. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.